Hi, welcome to the Charlotte Museum of History. My name is Lauren Wallace. I'm our K-12 education specialist here.
And I'm Angel. I am the adult education specialist.
And since you can't come to us, we're going to come to you. We are actually standing in front of one of the most popular exhibits here at the museum. This is our diorama of early Charlotte. This is Charlotte in 1775, when Charlotte probably had as many people as there are in the average high school right now. There were maybe about 1,000 people here in Mecklenburg County. So teeny tiny speck of dust on the map, but it's the start of everything that you see around you today.
And Charlotte is chartered in 1768, a year after Hezekiah Alexander moves here with his family and becomes a part of this community.
So we at the museum are the stewards of the 1774 Alexander Rock House, and as Angel said, Charlotte was actually founded in 1768, 1 year after Hezekiah Alexander arrived here with his family. And we get questions all the time about why Hezekiah did not choose to build his house in the center of town. Well, the truth of the matter is there really aren't that many people that are living in Uptown Charlotte. It's really Thomas Polk. Thomas Polk is one of the leaders of early Charlotte. He's responsible for helping to actually acquire the land in order to create this city. So there are a couple of other buildings in Uptown Charlotte, one of them being the Tavern of Captain James Jack. Angel, why don't you tell us about Captain James Jack?
So Captain James Jack is the son of a local tavern owner whose tavern was in what we now consider Uptown Charlotte. It was on the corner of Trade and Church Street. And Captain Jack is the man who supposedly carries the infamous Mecklenburg Declaration to Philadelphia.
What is this Mecklenburg Declaration? You hear all about it, especially this time of year.
Yes, so Charlotte and Mecklenburg County claim to have been the very first group of people to declare independence from England on May 20th, 1775. The legend is that they hear about this Battle of Lexington and Concord in April of 1775, and this makes them so upset and so angry that they just decide that that's the straw that broke the camel's back.
So they actually, 1775, may have declared independence.
Correct, yes.
All right, so why have I not heard of this?
Well, because the document itself no longer exists in the historical record. The only historical record that we have of this declaration is from oral history, meaning it's the people who signed this 20 or 25 or even later years after saying, remember when I did this, remember when Charlotte was the first. And we don't have an original copy of the Meck-Deck.
Now, I have heard of something called the Mecklenburg Results. What are these resolves?
So the resolves and the declaration are two different things. The resolves are signed, supposedly, or declared, whatever you'd like to say, on May 31st, 1775. And we know that these actually happened. There's a newspaper published in Charleston, South Carolina, that prints the resolves out. And the resolves basically say that if you have a government position appointed by the British royal governor, that's no longer valid. They tell Thomas Polk to go buy a whole bunch of gunpowder and lead, and it really does look like they may be setting up their own government and preparing for a war. But they give themselves an out. They say the very last resolve basically says something to the effect of, if Great Britain decides to stop trampling upon the rights of its citizens, then all of those citizens will go back to being happy, loyal British subjects.
Okay, so of course we know that this doesn't actually work out. By 1776, the people of Mecklenburg County have joined with the rebellion, and for the next couple of years, this is actually a state of active warfare here, with people actively engaging in this conflict. And then, of course, we know how this works out, but at the moment they didn't. So think about how scary that is. You have no idea how this is
they're committing treason, so it's a big deal.
And all of that's happening right here in Charlotte. Probably actually right here in Captain James Jack's Tavern.